Regulations governing the S&P 500 primarily revolve around securities laws, stock exchange rules, and guidelines established by regulatory bodies. Here's a general list of regulations and guidelines relevant to the S&P 500 securities laws. The Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 are two primary pieces of legislation governing the issuance and trading of securities in the United States. These laws require companies to disclose certain information to investors and regulate trading practices. Listing requirements: companies listed on major U.S. stock exchanges such as the New York Stock Exchange (NYSE) or the Nasdaq stock market must meet specific listing requirements, including financial reporting standards, minimum market capitalization thresholds, and corporate governance standards. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) regulations. The SEC is the primary regulatory agency overseeing securities markets in the United States. It enforces securities laws, regulates securities exchanges, and sets disclosure requirements for publicly traded companies, including those in the S&P 500. Corporate governance standards. Companies included in the S&P 500 are expected to adhere to corporate governance best practices, including maintaining independent boards of directors, providing transparent financial reporting, and ensuring accountability to shareholders. Financial reporting standards. Publicly traded companies, including those in the S&P 500, must comply with Generally Accepted Accounting Principles (GAAP) in the United States when preparing their financial statements. These standards ensure consistency and transparency in financial reporting. Insider trading regulations. Regulations prohibit insider trading, which involves trading securities based on material, non-public information. Companies and individuals associated with the S&P 500 must comply with insider trading laws to prevent unfair advantages in the market. Market manipulation laws. Market manipulation, such as artificially inflating or deflating stock prices, is prohibited by securities laws. Companies and individuals involved in the S&P 500 must refrain from engaging in activities that manipulate market prices. Securities fraud laws. Securities fraud, including making false statements or misleading disclosures to investors, is illegal under federal securities laws. Companies included in the S&P 500 are subject to regulations prohibiting fraudulent activities. Exchange rules. Stock exchanges, such as the NYSE and Nasdaq, have their own set of rules and regulations governing listing standards, trading practices, and compliance requirements for companies listed on their exchanges, including those in the S&P 500. Regulatory compliance. Companies included in the S&P 500 must ensure compliance with all relevant securities laws, regulations, and exchange rules to maintain their listing status and uphold investor confidence.